Isn't until Sunday. It's on ABC. Jonquel Jones went to town. First player to record 30 points and 15 boards in a WNBA Finals game. Just the third player to do that in a WNBA playoff game at all. Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie were the others.
With the first pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Zion Williamson from Duke University.
Don't even seem real that I just shook his hand. I dreamed about this since I was 4, and for it to actually happen.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to your new team and family in New Orleans?
Let's dance. Let's dance.
All right, due to time constraints, we can't show you all of Zion's dunks at Duke. We do have space to show you the New Orleans Pelicans at practice. Zion Williams, team's #1 pick. Then they got Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, that trade for Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday. He's healthy, excellent. Alvin Gentry is still the coach, and it seems like a better working environment than at the end of last season. Practice well, you play well.
It was like Christmas Eve, but it was a Christmas Eve where you got to get some rest because, I mean, it's a different environment. Like I said, the talent out here is crazy, so you got to be well rested each day for the next day. My first official practice. We got after it today, put in some new stuff, and it's an experience. Like, I never thought I'd be here, so for it to be my first official practice, it's exciting.
We have to try to get better every day, and that's what we talked about today. You know, when we come tomorrow, we got to be better than we were today. And to me, that's the theme that we've got to kind of stick through the whole year. We're never going to get too high. We're never going to get too low. We have to try to find that state of equilibrium that we can stay in. We're never going to be down and we're never going to be that up.
And with that, we welcome in Mark Schwarz from the Pelicans practice facility. And gee, Mark, it's been how long since I got my 8 minutes of Zion in Summer League? At least now we got him to practice court. Do we still have raves? Are we still slobbering? What's the story after his first workout?
Well, I wouldn't say it was slobbering. You know, all the media wanted to know is, did he break the backboard? Did he do 18 windmill dunks? You know, they mostly did defensive drills, John. It was really boring, although we saw none of it. But, you know, Zion is a very humble kid. And, you know, he's 19 years old, and the players kind of feel that he's 19 years old. And his thing is, man, I just didn't want to mess up. You know, I didn't want to be the reason that they stopped the practice to have to do something over again. So he's got that little insecurity, that nervous energy. But, you know, and he tends to overthink things. Coach K told him, make the game simple, don't overthink things. But J.J. Redick says, look, I don't think he's overthinking anything. And Drew Holiday says, look, the kid asked the right questions. He's got a great basketball IQ. He also said, he's 19. I can't see him as anything other than a little kid. But he's the strongest little kid I've ever seen.
That is to be true. And he's well known from his time, his 1 year at Duke. And yet we sort of are waiting, you know, when do we turn Zion loose? When do we unleash him on the world?
Well, you know, the organization has been very adamant about the expectation level that anyone should have for Zion Williamson. They're not promising anything. They want to just ratchet that down to a dull roar because, you know, they know that this is a kid that has 4.2 million Instagram followers. There's no secret about that. But they don't want him to try to break the NBA the day that he takes the floor. And they made a real point of telling us that, you know, he's we-oriented rather than me-oriented. And he's not looking to be the center of the universe. He feels much more comfortable being one of the guys. And in fact, Gentry said to me, you know, we want him to be a little bit more of a me guy because he is capable of great things eventually.
But that's sort of inside on the team, right? As everybody looks from the outside, it's a Zion-centric organization. But it was an organization at the end of last year that was in chaos. Alvin Gentry said, listen, it's toxic around here. What's the overall health of the organization with Zion there and kind of new management and pressing forward?
Well, you know, Alvin Gentry told me that last year at the end, his son said to him, man, Dad, this place is like a dumpster fire. And then Alvin went on, you know, in a press conference and said, you know, it's like a dumpster fire. And I said to him yesterday, this morning, I said, man, you know, your players seem so energized and everyone seems so engaged and so excited and confident and looking forward to things. You got all this infusion of Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram and Zion and J.J. Redick and Drew Holiday's going to be a leader. And he goes, yeah, and you know what? Last year, we were in purgatory, man.
Always good to have a happy, healthy workplace. Mark, we appreciate being part of ours on SportsCenter tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, John.
How about the Warriors? Remember when they won the titles all the time and they had all the good players? Now one of them's in Brooklyn, another one's injured, and they're moving from Oakland back over to San Francisco. What's going on, Warriors? They got to be diligent in practice, don't they? Like that. Draymond Green, very diligent on his mid-range. What are they going to do for us without the Warriors that we once knew, like last year?
The difference this year is probably an extra hour on the court from last year. We probably went an hour and a half last year because everybody knew what we were doing. So we're spending more time on the court. The young guys are all eager and willing to learn. And so really the burden is more on the older players and their willingness to be patient as we work with these young guys.
Yeah, I mean, I can't recall the last time I've had that long of a practice or whatnot, but I think it's necessary. You know, you got a lot of a few older guys, a lot of younger guys, so you know, developing that chemistry and you know that aura that coach wants, I think it's necessary to do that sometimes.
Well, the Warriors have gotten rather used to being in the finals, 5 straight, all under Steve Kerr. That's the second longest streak in NBA history. Only the Celtics had a longer run. They made the finals 10 straight years, 1957 through 1966. Check out the odds. These are the numbers. You can kind of do a hedge bet here. Like if you like the Warriors, the Rockets, you play them.